hats off, everyone, because Logan and Xavier are now X-Men.
Well, you
Farewell.
just mean Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart are done.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean by X-Men in this case, right?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So.
Wait, they're not coming back? Neither of them?
Well,
Oh.
yeah, I shouldn't think so after this, right?
Yeah, because James McAvoy's still. He's kind of, they've already up to, and supposedly, yeah, Hugh Jackman's not coming back. Though supposedly there is been rumors that Hugh Jackman said he would do a Deadpool sequel, do a Deadpool crossover or something, but...
Well, he said this would be his last one due to, like, his heart cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. If he keeps coming back and going and coming back. I think he just got it for, like, the 6th time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got what?
Heart cancer.
Okay, so we just came back.
Really?
If you haven't guessed so far, we just came back from Logan.
Yeah.
Which was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Really, we finally get the Wolverine movie we should have gotten at like years ago. The really bloody, like, I mean, come on, it's Wolverine. It's about a guy who cuts and claws people.
His main weapon are 6 claws.
They shouldn't sugarcoat it, make him just go sling, like comes lollipops and candy canes.
I like most people suspected that this movie was planned to be R because of the success of Deadpool. Actually, no. The producer was asked about this, and he said that the movie was going to be R with or without the success of Deadpool, and it actually does really work here. Not just because of it like just going all out, because it's the last one with Wolverine.
But I mean, if you read like a lot of the Wolverine comics, he's not just like in these movies. He's always like they're always cutting away, but in the comics they don't really hold back a lot of the time. Especially in the comic, it's very loosely based on Old Man Logan. That one has tons of blood and gore. Not all. Most of it's not actually happening from Logan, because for the most of the book he's a pacifist in that one. But there's still quite a lot of like gore and stuff in that. But
and then even in this, you also kind of get why Logan and Xavier are now so foul-mouthed now.
Yeah,
they've been.
I mean, they
have been through the grinder.
Yeah, very first few scenes, I'm like, man, they are not themselves, are they?
Though I'm kind of glad that Xavier's a little different, I guess, because I'm not saying I've hated Patrick Stewart, but his Xavier's always been kind of perfect. Like, he's always had the right answers. He's never really had too many character moments. This one, he's just all character, and I really like that. He was still smart and had some wise stuff to say, but he was still, for the most part, very, just wise and all. And yeah, he was. Everyone was good. Hugh Jackman was good. I especially like the girl who plays X-23. She's really good.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Especially because I've been waiting to see X-23 in these X-Men movies since forever.
Like when first time through I thought kind of reminded me of the Irma comics.
Yeah. Though if anyone watching this doesn't know who X-23 is, she's basically, even in the comics and stuff, she's basically a clone of Wolverine or whatever. And currently, right now, she's actually Wolverine. Logan's actually dead also in the comics. Though there is technically a new the Logan from Old Man Logan, because Old Man Logan's technically an Elseworld story. It takes place in a different universe than the Marvel universe. The Logan from the Old Man Logan universe has come actually into the regular Marvel universe now.
One of the things,
but the main Logan has died basically, so now she's Wolverine currently in the comics.
I'm not sure if this is fully explained which I kind of love-hate sort of thing is what did happen to the mutants in this? It was between being hunted down and whatever Xavier did.
Well, they said it had something that the guy was doing something to control him, like he did some sort of disease to get him sick or something. I'm not sure. Exactly. I think they kind of explained. It's one of those movies where they don't want to fully say it out loud to you. Like there's no scene where he goes, "Man, the mutants all died," because there's no exposition scene where some guy just gives you like a truckload of "This is what happened."
Yeah, it's hinted at. It's hinted at, but never fully explained.
And they kind of
And I don't
mention it.
And I'm really tossing between that because I really do want to know, but I don't want it to be spoon fed to us.
Yeah, which is I'm glad they do because you can just watch the movie because this movie that means you can rewatch this movie and try to see if you can figure it out or something or whatever. Just rewatch it or something. It has rewatchability, definitely for me, anyways. I don't know if it's gonna be for everyone because this one's kind of gory. So I would definitely say
I wouldn't mind watching it again, actually.
I wouldn't mind.
Me too.
It is actually a kind of a road trip movie, and I really like road trip movies.
It's really good to see Patrick and Hugh because I think they were really the best actors in the X-Men franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good to see, their chemistry is amazing in this.
Yeah.
The way they just play off each other.
Yeah. And
they play off each other.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny
and
how
the way
they
Jackman and the little girl too, but okay, go. Sorry.
Yeah. It's kind of funny even with how old Patrick Stewart is, they still had to give him old age makeup because Patrick Stewart, he actually looks really good for his age.
Oh, that's probably that's probably because of all the Earl Grey tea.
By the way, I don't know if
you just I love one interview he had, and the interviewer I don't remember his name. He asks, "This is a picture for you from like '86, and this is a picture of you today. Do you just bathe in the blood of virgins?"
Yeah, this is he was very good. Yeah, everyone. But yeah, they did a really good job with the whole. He looks a lot older than he is.
That is actually a very obscure reference, which I will explain to you later.
Okay.
Yeah. But
the action is pretty great.
Oh yeah, it's pretty well done. This movie is actually from the same director of the last one.
Oh, it is?
James Mangold. Yeah, he directed The Wolverine.
Oh.
And he also directed that one movie with Tom Cruise, Night and Day, also with Cameron Diaz.
Oh yeah, he did, huh?
He's done a couple others. I can't remember exactly every, but yeah, this is
way different tone than Night and Day.
Even like I like that. This was definitely because with the previous like solo X-Men movies, the first one was bad. The second one was X-Men Origins was terrible. Yeah, the Wolverine's okay. Have you seen the Wolverine? Or...
Yeah, the Wolverine is kind of all right, and the one before that was terrible.
Yeah, though the Wolverine there is actually speaking of like hard, this was being hard R and bloody. The last one, the Wolverine, actually does have an extended cut, but there isn't really much added except for like there's like one scene where they throw like a ninja into this one thing and blood sprays everywhere or whatever. But there isn't really much added to that extended because I rewatched the first one earlier today and I have the extended version. But I'm still kind of bummed that they didn't like the one girl, Yuki, whatever her name is, from the Wolverine. She's never going to come back, probably. I was hoping maybe there'd be some mention of Japan or something again in this one. Maybe.
just the shot of the sword.
Yeah. So, but I thought there'd be like a bit more, like maybe we learned some more stuff because there's nothing that much was really explained on because he just gets a jet and then it's like then he's somewhere else. Then it's like years later he's somewhere else or something or whatever or something.
Yeah.
Especially because this is Wolverine's last, Hugh Jackman's last, anyways. Because supposedly he's gonna find someone new to play Logan, I think. Or
I heard Channing Tatum.
No,
really?
Isn't he Gambit?
Oh yeah,
he's gonna be Gambit, I think.
I think.
Though that Gambit movie's still on, like they're still waiting, they're still postponing that one to crap. But he's supposedly supposed to be playing Gambit eventually, Channing Tatum. But I don't know. Maybe they'll either Hugh Jackman will replace Logan with someone else, or they'll just continue with X-23 or something, X-23 or something. I'm not sure.
I think they are planning on an X-23 movie.
I hope so because I like X-23. She's a really interesting character. I haven't really read much comics with her. The only one I have read is the new the Wolverine. She's Wolverine now. I've read the all new Wolverine that she's in. She's Wolverine currently,
Yeah.
and that's
Why-
all I've really read.
I still don't really get though. Why is it for the first 2/3 of this movie she doesn't speak?
Well,
And
her
and then
English is
after,
really bad.
Also,
So I
she
guess-
probably doesn't. She probably just doesn't trust him yet. Maybe I don't know. Fully trust Logan
Maybe.
yet or something. I don't know what's going on with that. But maybe she just felt that now was time she finally needed to say something.
I like the idea that they hint at what's killing Wolverine very slowly.
Mhm.
Is the very thing that's pretty much been keeping him alive.
The adamantium
Yeah, the adamantium.
and the healing
kind of like
factor.
the thing in Iron Man's chest in Iron Man 2.
Yeah, one thing I
That's
also really
kinda-
like about
But-
this too is that it's all a self-contained story. There's no too much like let's explore the world thing like every other superhero movie nowadays has to do, which gets kind of annoying.
World
after a while.
building.
Yeah.
This is very. Yeah, this is.
But-
It is pretty contained. It's
Yeah.
and it's also kind of it's also quite a lot more depressing than the other movies.
I think that
Mhm.
yeah, there is a real big tone shift
Mhm.
from the rest of the X-Men
Yeah,
movies.
it's kind
Yeah.
of well, then again, like I said, the book.
There
is
is some
based on
good
Old Man
humor
Lo-
here and there, like the scene where they're at that family's house. That was
That one.
Though, if you thought this was a bummer and sad, you should read Old Man Logan. That's way, but because it's basically like a Mad Max world, the book, and because this at least there's some sort of civilization. In Old Man Logan, there isn't really much because it's basically just everything's run by the supervillains now, and it's like total chaos, and there's just like no.
and there are
hope.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, there are dinosaurs, but it's like,
Apparently.
but there's like no hope for like anyone. Everyone else is like a jerk and like is a mean. Everyone's just mean and nasty and doesn't like humans. Basically, have given up and just like they just do whatever they want, and it's crazy. It's like it's way more depressing. It just gets like even more like sadder, and it's gorier too. Like this, might have thought this was bloody. The book is just like wow. They just go out of like
Wow.
just go nuts. And
Speaking of which, so X-Men comics exist in this universe.
yeah, I guess.
I
They-
guess,
I mean, I guess it kind of makes
what?
sense because they became kind of popular, and I guess they decided to make comics and toys of them later because it gets people like, oh, cool, they were heroes or something. Because
Yeah.
then because
It
in this
kinda
world,
makes
there's
me
no
think of,
Avengers, so
It kind of makes me think of the scene in Rocky 3 where we see a Rocky pinball machine.
yeah, I mean that happens like
Yeah.
very popular. It's not
I
because
suppose,
it's
yeah.
not like like the double. I don't know if you ever saw Nostalgia Critic's review of Double Dragon, where the Double Dragon machine. That makes no sense
I
because
didn't.
there's no like they're not popular or something. Double Dragon or something. It's just that
Yeah.
being there is just weird.
Also, you have to kind of ask the question: how much does the comic reveal about the characters? Like how Logan says, maybe a quarter of it happened, but not the way it is.
Well, that was in the trailer, I think. I don't think that actually happened in the movie. I maybe it did. I might have missed that. I might have missed that line. But I remember that definitely from the trailer. Though, yeah, because yeah, yeah, but it's I'm trying to think of the. There's something I was gonna add, but yeah, this was pretty. I'm trying to think. Okay, you guys can go ahead.
I was going to say during that first chase scene from that building where Logan and Xavier are staying, when they're like driving toward the train tracks and there's a train coming, I was like, oh, another one of these scenes where they have to where they're going to cross the tracks just in the nick of time as the train's coming.
Mhm.
This one is actually done. This is actually the best variation of that kind of scene I've seen because actually they have to like turn and they're driving alongside the train while they got like
Yeah, they did
the
something
bad
like
guys
that in
with them.
Monster Trucks early this year.
Well, yeah, kind of. But in that, it was they don't make it, and then there just happens to be a flat car passing by, so they're able to just jump over it. Here, like they have to drive like next to the train as the bad guys are chasing them, and so they have to speed up and then take a really sharp turn quickly over the tracks as the train's coming, and
Yeah.
They run into like a guy on a motorcycle or something. Yeah.
Again,
That's the best variation of those.
the whole motorcycle will not be a car. that is complete. Like, oh, they're encased in, metal, steel. I'm riding out here totally exposed.
Yeah.
One wrong move and I go flying.
Yeah. Also,
What makes them think that a motorcycle is a good idea?
Yeah. And then when the fence gets caught on the car, that was great.
Yeah. The one thing that they said that there was going to be in this was Wolverine's armor. The armor the suit he usually wears in the comics. There's supposed to be something where he's supposed to wear. Because I know in there's like an alternate ending to the Wolverine where he opens a suitcase and there's like the Wolverine armor in there, but supposedly there was supposed to be something where he's supposed to be wearing it or something in this, but I guess that didn't happen.
I thought it was just going to be a brief shot of it.
Yeah, or something, but no.
But I guess not.
Which is fine because I don't know if the suit would really work in the movies, anyways.
No.
Instead, we get a brief shot of his samurai sword.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Which.
I also have to mention the very beginning of this movie has a really good fake out because right after the Coke ad that we always see at Regal Cinemas that like lets us know the actual movie's about to start, and so it starts, and you think this is another one of those movies where they save the Marvel logo for like 5 minutes in, but it actually turns out to be a teaser for Deadpool 2.
Yeah, well, that's only the Disney the Disney Marvel movies that do that.
That's
but
right. Yeah,
only two of them have done that. Only
Guardians and Ant-Man, I think, right?
Yeah. It was Guardians. But it's a Deadpool 2 trailer. Though the only problem is that I actually already knew the trailer was coming, so I actually kind of suspected they were going to do something. Since I didn't see it during the trailers, I kind of suspected there was going to do something like that. So I kind of wish because I was trying to look up Deadpool 2 for some reason, because I was looking up who they picked as director because I forgot who they picked, but then I'm like, oops, there's going to be like a little. I think it would have been way more funnier if I just knew in blind. But it's a great teaser though. I don't think we should.
It takes place at a.
I don't think we should spoil what happens. We just say, but there is a nice teaser for Deadpool, and it's pretty funny. And I think if you're a fan of Deadpool, you get a kick out of it. Did you like it? Did you actually like it? Or?
Yeah, I guess I did. It was kind of funny.
they played the Superman theme.
John, don't spoil anything from it. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
It was really funny, but don't. Yeah, that was cute though. So now that I've seen Logan, because there was two superhero movies. I'm talking about in terms of superhero movies, not like all movies in general. Two superhero movies I was most anticipating this year: Logan and Thor: Ragnarok. Those are the two films I'm really looking forward to this year, of superhero films. Anyways, with movies in general, it's Kingsman and Dunkirk. Though technically Kingsman is based on a comic by Mark Miller, who also wrote Old Man Logan. Which then again, like I said, this is very loosely based on Old Man Logan. It's like this is about them going on a road trip though there is still money involved because in Old Man Logan they're going to they're going to this one place for money, and this one he is still technically kind of doing it for money, but instead it's for a girl or whatever. That's like I think the only like thing that's kind of related to Old Man Logan. Other than that, there's like nothing besides maybe violence in a way. Though I will admit most of the villains in this were pretty forgettable, except for the one guy I kept chasing after him was pretty interesting. The one guy with the blonde guy with the robot arm was pretty interesting. Though the actual main villain I thought was kind of boring. And he just had a Logan clone whenever when that Logan clone came up, I'm like, what the heck is going on? I was like, when did this
X-24? Like where did that just raises a question. How?
Yeah, because the thing is, they're actually in the book, in the comics, there have been clones of X-23, but it's been of her, not of Logan. They don't look like Logan. They just look like her. Except they're like they have different. They don't use blades or something. They're just different or whatever. Yeah, I just felt that part came when I remember that part happened. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Another compliment I have to give is that I suspected even from the trailers that Laura was going to turn out to be Wolverine's daughter, and they don't really even before that gets revealed in this movie, they don't really try to hide it, and then when and then when it does get revealed, it's not like a, oh, I never saw that coming kind of moment. It's, yeah, I'm glad it didn't do that, because you can definitely see it coming, so.
Well, that's the thing. When you have X-23, one of the biggest, like Alex mentioned, in the comics she's a clone, but yeah, there usually is a very deep connection between the two characters.
Yeah, okay. I'm just
Also,
not very
I'm
familiar
glad
with
they
the
explained
comics,
the
so.
feet, the blades on her feet, because I've never understood, like, they gave her 2 blades and then blades on her feet. I was always like, what's the deal with that? And it's like Patrick Stewart's like, oh, and he explains it in the scene. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty interesting.
It's like the whole gender thing.
Because the lions or whatever do that or whatever, because they're kind of like animals or something. But yeah, it's.
Okay, so.
I think, but like I said, I liked everyone for the most part, except for like the main villain was kind of silly.
Yeah.
Also, we forgot Stephen Merchant as the guy who could sense mutants. What was his name?
Caliban.
Yeah, I love Stephen Merchant. I was so surprised. Like when I saw pictures of him, I'm like Stephen Merchant's in. That's cool. He's a British comedian. He's really funny guy actually. He's mainly known for writing. He co-created The Office, not the one with Steve Carell, the British one, Ricky Gervais.
Original.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant created. They've actually worked together quite a lot on a lot of projects. But he did really well too. I thought he even had some fun. There's even some humor in this too. There were some funny moments. It wasn't just all bleak and angry and like Underworld Blood Wars this year was taking itself too seriously. It's like they should have actually. I think they would have made Blood Wars much better if they didn't take themselves too seriously. If they just had fun with it, I think would have made it better. But
So.
Do you have anything else to add, or?
I don't have anything else to add. This
Yep.
is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to give?
Well, I think this really is probably the best send-off they could have given to the character, so.
To Hugh Jackman, anyways. I don't know if Logan's gonna be gone, but.
Yeah. But if he is, then, yeah, I think, this was great. And, though to be fair, I think pretty much anything feels great right now after La La Land really didn't win Best Picture. But still, it's great. And after so much crap this year already, I love loving movies.
Well, I mean, there was Split. And
You still haven't given a grade.
What was
okay,
the other,
so
I'm gonna like too this year.
So I'm gonna give it an A-.
Hey, this was amazing. I knew there was going to be a tonal shift. I anticipated it, and I loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah. So not only this is the best Wolverine film, this is the best film I've seen from director James Mangold, who hasn't done anything particularly great. I mean, I like Night and Day fine, and I like the Wolverine also. It was enjoyable, but it wasn't great. The Wolverine, especially because the Wolverine screwed up two really interesting characters from the Silver Samurai, who's actually Wolverine's arch nemesis. They turned him into a really stupid, giant silver monstrosity. And then Viper, they turned her into this weird Venom mutant scientist thing when she's supposed to be basically the Hydra equivalent of Black Widow. So, but this one actually they introduced X-23 and they did her justice, except for I don't know if she was as young as she is in the comics. I think when they met her she was a teenager in the comics. But then again, I haven't read much of I've only read the stuff of her now, but I'm going to give this one an A. It's a really good film. If you like Wolverine, if you've been waiting to see the official Wolverine, the claws cutting people up and everything, you'll love this one. And if you X-23 too, if you've been waiting to see X-23, you'll love this one too. All right.
Okay, so
there were some new trailers.
We got the new one for Alien Covenant.
Oh, holy mother!
Yeah, it looks. I'm interested in seeing it. There's some cool part. It looks like it is a Ridley Scott film, so it's going to be visually interesting. But it's still also technically a sequel to Prometheus, and I didn't like Prometheus that much.
I didn't either, but it kind of looks like this might be a bit more like
fine.
more like the earlier Alien movies.
Well, the
We-
thing is,
At least like maybe the first one.
yeah, I'm
but-
still looking forward to the Neil Blomkamp version of Alien. That's actually
Yeah,
gonna be
I am
Alien
too,
5.
yeah.
This is basically just Prometheus 2. The reason why they added the only reason they added aliens is because that's what Ridley Scott thought the problem was with Prometheus. Was
And
like,
that
oh,
wasn't the
there's no
problem.
aliens, well then I'll add some.
Except for the deacon at the end.
Yeah, it's just like, but I'm still curious because supposedly Naomi Rapace from the last one's supposed to return, and so is Michael Fassbender's droid character. He's playing two characters. He's playing a different guy, but he's also playing the same droid.
David.
David as well from the last
At
one.
least that's what.
Then again, I don't remember anyone's names from that Prometheus. That movie, I completely
That's
forgot everyone's
that.
name.
Yeah.
Everyone's name, like they had so many bland characters, and also it was like rewritten in a bunch of. But then, anyways, hopefully, I'm still hoping this will be a lot better. It does look like there's some cool moments, like the part with the alien on going. That was really cool, and everything moving, and there was some really cool part, and especially I saw the Red Band trailer where like the aliens popping out of a guy's back. I thought that's pretty interesting to see that.
I don't know.
Fuck.
But it's just like, I'm curious. I want to see where this is gonna go. Though, like I said, I'm still looking more forward to the actual Alien 5, which is going to be by Neil Blomkamp. I'm more looking for, but I'm still going to give this one a shot. I'm hoping
I'll
it's
give
good.
this one a shot.
I'm hoping. I'm really hoping this will be good.
Yeah, I will too. Is Alien 5 gonna be like ignoring 3 and 4?
Let's hope.
I don't think so. Actually, I think they're going to try to, but it's going to. I know Sigourney Weaver's coming back for that one,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they. I don't know if they are. If they're going to. It's going to still happen, but they're probably going to lightly not mention it. Just like
Ripley number 8.
But yeah. But anyways,
Alien Resurrection.
I don't know. For me, Alien 3 is worse, but
Wait, really?
yeah, because Alien, like I've told you about what happened with behind the scenes. That movie didn't have any focus. Like it's still, and you can still tell too. The movie doesn't really have much of a Alien Resurrection. Still, from the get-go and beginning, they knew what they were doing. Like they had a plan and everything. And they went for it. Alien 3 did not. They just did not know what the heck they was going.
And they kill off a nude at the very beginning.
That's not
So-
but it's just. But anyways, let's move on from Alien.
like that whole-
There's also
Okay.
the new Ghost in the Shell trailer. We haven't talked about this
Yeah,
one yet.
This one,
that almost just kind of looks like several scenes from the first one just being
No,
rearranged.
it's different. This one actually shows like a bit more of the villain. This one
Okay.
also
This
shows
one,
a bit
like,
more of the story.
I
Because the first one the first trailer was didn't really show much. Didn't actually.
But
show
here's
a lot. Was
in the
very-
first trailer, there were so many scenes that resembled the original movie. I felt like they were just, but this one, it now feels like they're going for an original story.
Yeah, they're actually going to be focusing on the Major this time, because no Ghost in the Shell story has ever focused on her. I mean, she's been there, she's done awesome things, but it's never really been about her character. All the Ghost in the Shell stories have always just been about she's done like, because that's always been my biggest problem with Ghost in the Shell is that she's supposed to be the main character. She's on all the covers, but in any Ghost in the Shell stuff, she has no personality. She's a badass. She can fight and she knows to handle herself. But other than that, like, she has no arc or anything. Like you never learn anything about her. She's just kind of a blank slate. She's just kind of. Everyone else has like a family or like a personality. She doesn't. She just has. So in this one, they're actually going to be giving her something, and that's pretty like there's something happening with her backstory that I think is going to make it really interesting.
From what I understand, she has a very snarky personality in the original manga.
Yeah, I've read some of the manga. She's actually funny in that one. There's parts where she'll joke around with all the people. But then again, the manga has a lot of problems too that I'm not going to go into because they're kind of naughty. They're just like, wow, like the writer went there and it's just like it's just like I don't want to talk about it here.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think? Are you interested?
Yeah,
I'm interested.
I'm definitely interested. Yeah.
Yeah, I know
You gotta
Nick
come
doesn't
over
want to see it
sometime,
because
so we can watch the first one.
yeah, we should.
Okay.
I also I actually have the second movie. Actually, they just re-released it, John.
Oh,
The
awesome!
second one.
Saw,
Yeah,
no,
Innocence or something. Yeah,
Innocence.
yeah. They just Funimation just did and then they with the original dub, because the original version that was released didn't have the dub. It was only subbed, and it was like the subtitles were basically just the subtitles for the dub. It was like a weird, but now they just re-released it with the dub and everything, so it's much better. But
So
Dunkirk, or
then
have
there's
you
also-
guys talked about that?
we were talking about
yeah,
that.
yeah, we have. So
Then there was
this
also
is.
did we talk
Definitely
about
World
there's like
War
the new
One.
War of the Planet of the Apes trailer. I don't think we talked about that.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Well,
I
I
think
think
we
we
did.
talked about it other non-reviews, but I don't think we actually talked about it in a review.
I think we're
after.
running out of time though.
But yeah, we
Yeah.
should just it's fine. I just wanted to check. But
Okay, well,
so what? Do you
I am looking forward to War for the Planet of the Apes. It looks like it's going to be the movie that I was expecting with the last two. So
Well, I don't know. I've been pretty interested in the Planet of the what they've been doing with the Planet of the Apes movies. They're not just making it a Planet of the
yeah,
Apes.
the movies are good. I just wish the titles would stop lying to us.
Well, they still technically are. I mean, they're still Planet with apes and stuff. So.
Oh yeah,
still-
but
still a
It
Planet with
kind
It's
of
not
gives
quite
away
the-
the ending, though. We know humanity's going to lose. That's the reason for the title.
But yeah.
So this is one of the rare occasions where all of the new stuff comes to this theater. So we still got Before I Fall, The Shack, and Table 19. So you guys gonna be available tomorrow or Sunday?
Maybe I'll let you know. Just
Nah, man.
set up like a Facebook thing or whatever, and if I can, I'll say something or whatever.
Yeah.
Depends on what happens, because I might have to stay home because my mom's actually not here at the moment. She's actually in Dallas visiting a friend, so I might have to be home to care of the
well.
place.
And remember, I can get you in for free. So
Yeah, I know.
all right. So we'll see. We'll see what other shotgun reviews will be coming out soon. So
Okay, and then what's next,
Next
week? just in
week,
case?
we're-
Kong Skull Island.
There's also that little that funny there's that documentary My Scientology experience coming out that looks really funny, like where this
Never
guy's
heard of it.
it's this it looks really funny, or this guy's trying to infiltrate like Scientology, figure out what the deal is, but he can't because they're like so secretive. It looks really interesting, like it's like wow, like
Okay. Well, maybe if that comes around in the area. All right. So long.
it has a 93% at the moment, My Scientology experience,
So long.
Yeah.
and Kong has 83.